Hey guys, watching Volgar's videos, and I got a beer review today as usual. Bud Light. I know this might not be much of a surprise if you watch my videos, given 3 of you, or something. But I figured, I've had Busch Light, but I didn't do a video on it because somebody handed it to me when they were at my place, and I didn't feel like going, hold on a minute, we'll run off and do a video. But I figured I'll do it at some point. But for little spoilers, it's actually was the worst light beer I had. Alright, as for Bud Light, the Beer Advocate score is actually 47. That's not too bad. It's only awful. There we go. The Bros, 42, awful. The average review is 1.85, so that's pretty low. And it's only 4.20 light lager year round. And Bud Light is brewed using a blend of premium aroma hop varieties, both American grown and imported, and a combination of barley malts and rice. That's right, they said it, not me. Its superior drinkability and refreshing flavor makes it the world's favorite light beer. Well, let's see about that. I was actually very surprised about I'm skipping this song. Nah, don't rush. There we go, Psychics, that'll work. Alright, so this is Bud Light. I typically do not like light beer, especially Bud Light, but you know what? I've never tried it. I figure I might as well try it. I've had Bud Light Platinum, which I don't think will taste anything like it, but we'll see. This was $2.19, which is kind of expensive. Not really expensive, but on the, expensive side of a cheap beer. Considering it's only 4.2. And, yeah, this one place I went to, I almost got it, but I didn't because I already had some at home, and I got this later. But I just went to the store to see what they had, and they did have Colt 45 and a 40, which I haven't seen in a while, for $2.35. Colt 45, 16 ounce for I think about $50. No, 24 ounce. I think that's what it was. But they had Milwaukee's Best Ice, $4.29 or $4.49 for a 6-pack of 16 ounce. That's a damn good deal. I almost got it, but I'm like, I've seen it before. It's not like a huge deal. I don't know, whatever. I go there all the time, so I'll get it sometime, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd spit out there. If you watch this video and you see a deal, or you bought it and you're like, oh wow, that's a damn good deal, I'm gonna get it. And the math says that's 72 cents a can. A lot of times you get 16 ounce cans, it's $1 a piece, but 72 cents, that's just a step cheaper. Alright, let's crack this open. I don't think we get drunk off of this, maybe a buzz. And I know I'm breaking the law by not having this in the freezer, but I had this in the freezer, so it's pretty cold. Alright, so appearance is very light, very clear, but yellow clear. Not clear like water, but almost. I mean, I can see light, I can see finger. If I look at that camera, I know I'm using a different glass, but I can see color like a screen and whatnot, but I just can't make out what's going on in the screen. But if I was using clear glass, I could probably tell. It's very clear. If I look at a lamp, I can see the lamp right through it. Smells very light. Lots and lots of bubbles, carbonation. Alright, let's pound this bitch. Actually, it's not that bad. This gonna sound really silly, but the aftertaste kind of tastes like water though. That's not that good. At first, when you're like, "Oh, I'm so thirsty," you know, just hitting it, pounding it down, and the head's run away. See if I add some more straight down if I get it. Actual head. Nope. That's about it. Well, maybe a slight bit. But yeah, corn, rice, the lack of hops, water, corn syrup. This is an adjunct lager, a light adjunct lager. Which I do like a lot of adjunct lagers. It's nothing to say negative about it, but this isn't one of the better examples. Ugh, it's gross out of the can. At least the bottom part. Ugh, that was ugh. But I mean, the foam part's horrible. I don't know what is the light beer or at least Bud Light in the foam. Usually I'm not really picky about it. I'll just swig it. But this is like ugh. You know, it could be me, but Natural Light tastes better. I had no idea I'd think that, because I thought Natural Light, you know, the name sounds bland. You know, it's not very popular, so I thought Natural Light would be the wimpy here, but really, Busch Light. At first, when you pick it up, you just take a chug. And at first, it doesn't really come off any like negative, you know, taste. Just tastes like a light beer. But then when you think about it, you think, wow, this is my opinion, by the way. If you don't agree with this, then whatever, it's all on you. But this is on me. This is my opinion. That it's got like a ice frosted, ice burnt kind of flavor to it, like an ice beer. But if it was an ice beer, I'd be okay with it, because it'd be like 5.5 or 5.9, but this 4.2, and I'm getting a ice burn, ice free. What do you call it? Ice burn. Yeah, ice burn, right? Ice burn taste, and it's not all that pleasing. You know, if you're really dying of thirst, I'm sure you could pound this and then be like, ugh. But whatever, you got something to pound. But really, I'd rather drink water. I mean, I thought, well, how bad could it be? You know, I've been bad talking light beers, especially Bud Light, ever since I started drinking beer. Like, the first beers I had, and if this is the first video watching this, hi. But I did not drink a light beer first. Hell no, that's pussy beer. No, I drank a Miller High Life and Black Butte Porter, which is a dark beer, and I have it somewhere, but whatever. It's a dark beer, Black Butte Porter. Look it up. And at first I didn't like them, and I couldn't even drink the Black Butte Porter. I could only drink like a couple swigs. It was just too much for me at the time. And the first time I had it was 21, but it was so bitter. Or, you know, whatever. It wasn't an IPA, it was a dark beer, but still, it was like too much for me. But I got used to the Miller. Then after a while, I had this, I had that. And I'm like, you know, different flavors, different brands, different IBUs, different alcoholic percentages. My point is, you don't have to start on Bud Light. And this is a shitty beer. This is a fucking shit-tastic beer. I mean, I am never gonna buy Bud Light again. And I feel kind of silly now, bad talking Bud Light Platinum, because that's only, I mean, it is 6%, but I make fun of it because it says Bud Light, it's 6%, and all it is Anheuser, or, you know, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, whatever. They have King Cobra with a cobra on it, branded on a can like this. But if it's Bud Light Platinum, then it has a tall blue, pretty blue bottle, and they'll sell a 24 ounce for like $2.19 or $2.50 for the same shit as if it was in a can like this, King Cobra. Then it'd be $1.50. You know, just because the name, the label, they jack it up $1. Yeah. But, and it's $2.19. This is a ripoff. $2.19. I mean, if I had an ice house at like a 7-Eleven, I could get a 40, or not 40, but 32 ounce of Bud Light. If it was one of these, or they don't have a 24 ounce, but 20 or 25 ounce, but they have a 24 ounce, it would be like $1.59, something like that. All right. All right. There's the rest. I'm gonna walk off with it because I'm getting kind of bloaty, sick of this beer. Honestly, I wanted to give Bud Light an honest opinion. I have never had it before. I've had Budweiser a bunch of times. Budweiser is way better than this. And I know that makes sense if you're thinking, oh, of course it's better. It's a light beer sucks. You know, light pussy beer. Blah. But I've had Coors Light. Coors Light tastes like this, but less of a freezer burn taste. Frost burn, ice burn, whatever. Freezer burn. Because that's what I taste. It tastes like freezer burnt beer, but it's only 4.2%. It doesn't make any sense. It still tastes like shit. Coors Light, it doesn't taste that freezer burn taste. Actually, I think Coors Light tastes okay. Honestly, if you don't want to get too much of a percentage, too much of a buzz, Coors Light's okay. Even if it's still $2.19 one of these, or more expensive than the standard version, but Busch Light, I remember that one tasting a lot like water. I don't remember tasting like freezer burnt like this, but I remember it tasting very flat and watery. But for right now, I place it above Bud Light, which is weird because Budweiser, standard Budweiser standard Budweiser is 5.0. Busch is 4.3. Bud Light is 4.2. Busch Light is 4.2. Difference? Apparently this one tastes like freezer burnt shit, and Busch tastes like just beer water, flat beer water. But out of the light beers I've had, I am perfectly fine to say Miller Lite is my recommendation. This is the beer. If you've not watched their video, here's the throwback can. This actually tastes like a Miller, just thinner. Just think of it more like a 7-Up or ginger ale of beer. It doesn't taste like freezer burntness or, yeah.
How heavy is it?
Shut up. it tastes. In my opinion, this tastes a lot better than this. As for Michelob, I was going to review on it a couple weeks ago, about a month ago maybe, and the place I saw it that sells little 12-ounce bottles of it. I didn't know how much it was, and I just went up to the front of the counter and I said, "How much do you want for this?" She said, "Oh, hold on, let me scan it up, see how much it rings in the computer." She said something like, "Oh, that'd be $1.75." I'm like, "Excuse me, $1.75? I'll pass." You can buy. You can buy not every 24 ounce, but you can buy some 24 ounces for $1.75. Why would I want to? No, just for review. Well, there's other beers for me to review first, I guess. But yeah. Oh, by the way, I did not just have a Bud Light. A buddy of mine gave me a Portland IPA. And it's funny. He was like, he was gonna open up and drink off of it, and I'm like, "Doug, you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like that." He goes, "Why? Why? What do you know?" Shut up. What do you know? I'm like, "Because you had Dale's Pale Ale and you didn't like that either." Pale Ale? This is an IPA, not a Pale Ale. I'm like, Pale Ale. He takes a swig of it. He's like, "Alright, you can have it." And so he had, I guess between me and him, we had half of it, and then later on when I got home from his place, we had, I had the rest of it, and yeah, that's much better. And actually, it's not that bad of a price considering this and this, from what I've seen, is $2.19. I don't understand why Bud Light beers are more expensive when it's just a more watered down version. Honestly, when it comes to light beers, actually this was pretty decent, but Rolling Rock is still really cheap, and that's a 4.3. That's only 10%, or a tenth of a percent more. 0.1. Alright, it's enough talking. My review for Bud Light. Bud Light. I give Budweiser a 5. I give Bud Light a 3. A 3, yes. It's a ripoff. It costs $2.19. It is. It tastes like freezer burnt beer. It's only 4.2%. It is one of the worst beers I have had, and that is saying something. I've had Stack. I've had Camel Ice. I've had 211. I've had Dog Bite. I've had Foster. I'd rather have a Foster. And a Foster is only a few cents more. Yes, it is 5% not a light beer, but I'm not really judging just on the percentage of light beers. I'm judging beer to beers, St. Pauli Girl, maybe that was for $2.39, maybe or $2.50. At least that was 5%. At least, I think between half of the Portland IPA and the Bud Light, I got a little bit of buzz, so at least that's a little bit of good. But stay away from Bud Light if you're a novice and all you drink is light beer. I'll put my hands together like this. I'll say, please branch out. Get a Budweiser or even a Budweiser. But for me, my favorite just cheap go-to beer. Really? Olympia. Really. If you can see Olympia, I think that's the best cheap go-to beer. When I went to Rite Aid, it's only $10 for an 18-pack. That's like 50 cents a can, of a 12-ounce can. But, yeah. I mean, Natural Light is better, cheaper. Keystone Ice is cheaper. Or, I don't know about cheaper, I didn't do the math, but this is $5.79 for a 6-pack. This is $2.19 for one 25-ounce can. And this is 5.9%. Yeah. It's just, I can't believe a light beer could taste so bad. I thought light beers could not be offensive. It'd just be a watered down beer, but that's not the case at all. Yeah. I know this video's gone too long, but thanks for watching. Don't get Bud Light. If you want a light beer, get Miller Lite. I don't remember. Did not do a fair review. I did not do a review at all at Busch Light, but what's another one I haven't done a review of? I don't remember if I've done a review on Coors Light, but I discussed Coors Light earlier. If you love Bud Light, you don't care about my opinion, you're just gonna buy what you want, fine. I can't help you. But if you're looking for a beer to buy that's a lighter percentage beer, light beer, don't get Bud Light. Even Natural Light's better. Miller Lite's even better than that. Rolling Rock's cheap, good. I mean, God, I can't believe it's so bad. It just tastes like drinking freezer burnt beer. Why would you want that? Oh well. I'm done rambling. See you next time.